Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Bunny Love 444. How does it go? I missed you so, family. It is Magical Monday, and it is magical to be here. A lot of things going on. I know you were probably worried about where I was, but I just needed to take a little time for me. Okay, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the little notification bell so that you know that I go live. And we're going to put on here roll call. Okay. We're going to do the roll call right now because we're creating that best version of yourself, and happiness is contagious. Okay. We always got to make sure of that. Like I said, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and that little notification bell so you know when I do go live. If it is not showing up when I go live, make sure that you go on there and hit that little bell, change it out, and then go back in and put it back into all on there so you know when I'm going live. All right. Yeah, a lot of things going on. As you see the picture that is up. Okay. I was co-creating. I've been working so much that look, I got a hole in my thumb because I just been busy co-creating and taking some time for me because I'm just like you, right? We go through the things in life that we just need to deal with and be able to hit it. All right, what is this? All right. Oh, yeah, I was like, well, what is that? I don't know. Little box came up, so I needed to figure it out. All right. So overall, we're going to get the cleanse stick going. This is lavender and sage, okay, to stay cool, calm, and collective, yet very protected. Okay. So we'll get that going. We'll get our Palo Santos going, and we'll do some of our Mediterranean sage to make sure that we cleanse our clarity because toxicity is not in our domain or our community. Okay. So it's about being able to know that no matter what mundane things we go through, there's always a positive outcome with your morning cup of positivity, right? I don't know. I feel like I've got hot glue underneath my nail. All right. So let's get some of the Palo Santos going while we wait for people to get in here. Because I know a lot have not been, getting the messages at times to know that we're going live. And then they're like, oh, well, you didn't go live. And it's like, yeah, I did. So just make sure that you check on it and know that here I am. Ta-da. All right. With it being Magical Monday, okay, the leaves are completely falling in and off of the trees, right? So this is where it's like we're cleansing things out and we are getting an understanding. Now, a lot of you may be feeling certain things that are coming on out of nowhere, okay? Just know that we're going from Virgo into Libra here. Know that the remnants of Jupiter retrograde is in here, where this is basically with that energy. And like I said, it will come back December 31st of this year. But the things that you didn't complete will now come back into effect so that you can. So there's some for you, some for me. All right. Woo. Telling you, it's beautiful. And see, these hoodies, I love my hoodies. You know how it's got the thumb thingies in it? But when I'm trying to deal with my stuff, I got to turn them back. It's like turn back time. Oof. So a lot of you may be wanting to turn back the time to certain things. And that's that Jupiter energy, right? It's like the things that didn't work out, the things that you couldn't achieve or that were stopped from achieving. It's like now it's coming back. right? It's coming back. It's reopening so that you can be able to do it. All right. Why are you bugging my finger? There we go. All right. So anyways, let's get into this and find out what for the morning gratitude. Okay, they told me not this one. All right. They told me this one. All righty. So we're going to get into this. Welcome, so family. All right, I'm telling you, that hole in my thumb, it's pretty deep, but that's what happens when you are working on things and co-creating things, because just like, I've got this one that's on the video, and then I've got like 4 other ones that I co-created in order to be different, because I love being different. Yeah, because I'm the high priestess and love to be different, love to take different motions. All right. Woo. There's a lot of misconception to certain things on the spiritual journey. And I'm hearing that people need to make sure that you have a lot of compassion for the journey and a lot of understanding. Many of you are holding on to things, okay? Not wanting to take that motion forward. And it may be because of fear, but when you have gratitude for everything, which we have gratitude and are very thankful and grateful for the journey itself, it's like I am being compelled to tell you that you have to be careful who you're following, who you're paying attention, because they may be tyrants and agents working for the wrong master, right? And so they will tell you certain things so that you put more energy into it. And that is the misconception. And good evening, sweetheart. It is the misconception of when somebody is telling you one thing, but on a spiritual level. I had this happen yesterday, where I was working on my stuff. Yes, I missed you too, sweetheart. I missed you too. Yesterday, when I was working on my stuff and got the hole in my thumb, on my phone, there came a video. And you know me, I say it over and over. If anybody wants to get a hold of me, it's down in the description. I don't break that energy connection. They have to have free will. But when the hierarchy is saying, listen, I need you to clarify this. I need you to be able to speak the truth, because you speak the truth always, right? And so this video came up, and it was, I'm not going to say any names or anything, just give you a brief description of what had to be the correction. So as a Reiki master and a crystal healer, it's like this person was all excited about the burning of their feet sensation. And that is not an awakening. Okay, that is not an awakening. When you have the burning of the feet or burning of the hands, burning of the chest and everything else, that is telling you that your root chakra is blocked. It is telling you that there is something that is an imbalance in your life, because the root chakra is all about the home, the security, the community, and the finances, right? So something is blocked. And these people that are putting it out there that it is like a massive awakening, them are the gurus that you need to be careful of, because they're the ones that are in the darker energies who are going to make it so that you pay attention to the darker energies thinking it's one thing, but really it's not. Okay. And that's where Father wants you to have gratitude and be thankful that the ones of true, pure, and light who see this stuff and Father guides them and calls it out, just know that that is the reason why. So with further ado, let's get to it, right? I missed all of you, so family, and I love you guys unconditionally, and I'm thankful for your love and support. All right, so what do we have for the gratitude, Father? Thank you. What do we have for the thankfulness? What do we have for the love, Father? What do we have for love? What do we have for the happiness? What do we have for the steadfast? And what do we have for your advice, Father? What do we have for the advice? Thank you. So the overall energy, what did I tell you? The devil energy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, this is how you know that the messages that I channel in before we even get started of what Father is talking about is the fact that these people are trying to do these devilish things to you, making you think that this is what or how the journey is supposed to go. And that's the devil energy. That's the Terrans and the agents coming in and saying, listen, they are trying to get you addicted to believing that on the spiritual journey that this and this happens, and that's an awakening so that you work harder at it. But really, it's like them having you work harder to be bonded to them and to the wrong master. So you have to pay attention. The Ace of Pentacles, when you see this on the devil, this is the master. The Ace of Pentacles is all about that potential to manifest. Okay. And they want you to manifest something that is not of love and light. And you have to be careful. You have to be careful because they do not. And it's in that divine timing when I'm seeing this and it's coming on there at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 8 is all about change, right? It's like they are trying to get you to change your beliefs and the way that you do things. No, pay attention, pay attention. This is not what we want. This is not what we want. It's like when you look at it, you see how they have divine feminine and divine masculine bound, bound and addicted to these unbelievable things that Father is saying that that's why. But you guys come from that unconditional love. It's like divine feminine is of love and light, divine masculine is of love and light, but it's like they're trying to bind you. So when you look at it, it's like when the points of the stars that they're on, that's the earth and the fire, right? That is being grounded to hell. And Father says, no, we need to stop that. So you need to have gratitude and be thankful that somebody is actually putting it out there and saying, no, 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 don't, no, that is not, okay? It's not that you're intruding because Father says that correction needs to be there. So what do we have for gratitude? Girl, what do we have for the gratitude position? Is the Chariot. Having gratitude to be able to battle through this. Having gratitude that you're taking the motions forward to correct and be in that love and light instead of being what they are trying to do in that devilish energy. Okay. It's like you cannot follow two masters, right? They are trying to misguide you for a reason. And the reason why they're trying to misguide you is because look, fire and ice, right? That is the yin and the yang. Okay. You and your counterpartner are to be able to see this because this love is an undeniable love. This is a love of message. Okay. So you're not intruding on anybody. It's like you're holding on to the divine messages and you're willing to battle through because you know in the end, when it comes to having that higher perspective of what's going on, it's all in divine timing that everything is going to unfold and come to that unfurling situation, right? But it's that unwavering love that you have. Yeah, I'm also hearing that when Father is coming in and showing this card with the Chariot, it's like having gratitude to be able to trust and believe and take the motion forward of fighting off this negative energy. Okay, a lot of people can't do it. A lot of people get trapped and bound to that earthly hell, right? Because the points of these stars right here are earth and fire, right? And when Father's talking about that, he's saying Do not let your love for our Father bind you and addict you to the darker side. It's like you have to be able to trust and believe and fight through this. So with the Chariot coming out, I'm telling you, it's like the Chariot is about truth, right? It's about being able to have that willpower and that control to move forward and not let somebody bind you. Because, see, you are the anchor. You are the anchor of our Father. And when I say you are the anchor, it's like He is the master that you follow. He is that love and light that you follow. You know, that is where your kindness comes from. And if you look through all of it, your spiritual realms are always protecting you, illuminating these things for you so that you can put it out there into humanity. And that's why they had me co-create where I was sitting across the United States, and it's I had the one for the world, but you couldn't really see the world. So the thing is this is for everybody in the world, that you have to know that I have the willpower. I will be able to persevere forward. I can control the fact that these people are trying to do this to me. They're trying to lie and deceive and betray me in order to make the devil more powerful. That's not going to happen. Okay. Now, the devil card is also the representation of Capricorn, which I am a Capricorn. So if I have to be that one that puts out this devil energy to show what is going on, I ain't afraid to speak against this, because the one I follow is of love and light. Okay. Our Father. And I have great gratitude. I have an attitude of gratitude for the things that He gives me. And a lot of people, they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to put it out there, but I am one that speaks the truth for our Father. I'm the one that puts it out there 10,000% savagely blunt. And Father knows that. And so this person, when Father was saying, you know, I need you to say something, I'm like, okay, I will do it. But the thing is, it's like, because we are trying to anchor them in the correct, because when this person was talking about the burning of their feet, okay, now let me tell you, on a spiritual level, when you have burning sensation, okay, many people, not many people, Father's saying about 20% of you will say, well, that's neuropathy and bursitis from diabetes. Okay, yeah, that could be true. But on a spiritual note, on the physical plane, yes. Okay, so that means go seek help for that. But on a spiritual level, when you are having this massive burning in your feet or burning in your hands, burning in your chest, okay, that is telling you that your root chakra, exactly, your root chakra is blocked. And being that it is blocked, your anchor that deals with the home, the community, your finances, the security of who you are on a spiritual level, somebody is blocking that. And who is blocking that? The one who wants to make that change in your life so that you are not evolving on your spiritual journey, right? But now, if your hands are burning, okay, and you're doing of love and light and your hands start burning, that is telling you, one, you may be over meditating spiritually, okay? And when that happens, it's like you'll get this burning sensation, but it will be for a split second because it is the energy source. Just like I showed you how to be able to play with your energy and to get accustomed to your energy and know where your energy, you know, the force of your energy is. I showed you that. And tonight, in tonight's class, because tonight we're starting the class, it will be for the ones, it's like almost like Father said, it's the ones who are subscribed that will get this, okay? And that's because you're on your journey and you're evolving and ascending to another level. But just know that when you get the burning sensations, you know, the other portion of you, okay, so he's saying 30% of you, when you get them burning sensation, okay, or your head is starting to like feel like a burning, almost like you're in a fever state, that is because your chakras are unbalanced. That's why it's important every day to keep your chakras balanced. Keep your energetic vessel balanced, right? It's kind of like your computer. If you don't keep it balanced, what happens? It crashes, it blue screens, it acts up like mine does, you know, it like purges out at you and says, I'm gonna puke this out and I'm not gonna work for you, right? So that's the same with our energetic vessels. And that's where you have to have that gratitude and that understanding to understand your body. Now, when I tell you understand your body, and it's come up many times in our reads, it's like you need to pay attention to the physical sensations that you're having, because that is going to explain a lot to you of which blockages you have, what's interfering. Now, to get back onto it, when it came, I was just trying to help this person have the willpower and the control to understand their own body, that somebody is lying to them and they wanted them to work harder to get them to go to the darker energies. And that's how people are easily manipulated, because Satan can't come with the truth. Okay. He's a sissy. He's a sissy. And we should hand him a sucker, because the sissy got a sucker because of the fact you got to manipulate people. You can't speak your truth. You got to manipulate people and falsify things in order to try to be powerful. No wonder why you ain't nothing. Okay. And that's why when I wake up in the morning and I put my feet on the floor, he's like, oh shit, Bunny's up. I got to go. I'm not messing with that girl. You know, and that's the way that it should be, of you having the control, you having that willpower, you being strong to battle through these things and have a great understanding. All right. So, what is the thankfulness? Thank you, Father. You see what I'm saying? When I show you these cards, you're going to be like, whoa, we've got the Five of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. That's right. That's right. That's right. And I'm going to say it right here because I got the goosebumps right now. Me and the devil, we are in a massive disagreement. Okay. That adversity that he is trying to put out there. And when I get up and put my feet on the floor, he runs and says, oh shit, I'm not messing with her. She's too powerful, because I have the Ten of Pentacles, right? I can manifest anything. I can build an enterprise like no tomorrow, because he sees me as that pure, loving messenger. And he's like, oh crap, oh crap, she's going to hand it to me today, right? So it's about being thankful when a pure divine is coming to you, not to intrude in your energy, but when Father says, give the message, I do my work for him and I have to give the message. Whether somebody wants to come in, because I heard that this person, you know, and the energy I got is confirmation. They started talking about my appearance and this and that. And it's like, you know what? It's like, if you're going to do the shaming of a person because they are protecting you, then you need to have the willpower to go in and heal yourself. Because as you can clearly see, with all this conflict, this does not bother me. This conflict doesn't bother me. What somebody is shaming or what they're doing, that don't bother me. Say what you will, you know, say what you mean and mean what you say, because what comes back, it may not be of love and light, because that's who you work for. I work for the Most High, which is our Father. And I always come from unconditional love, and people can't stand it. That I'm always so loving, so caring, so helping, so giving, so generous. But the thing is that's how you have the Ten of Pentacles. That's how you become abundant in everything that you do. And nobody can deter you away from your path. Nobody can take you away from your path because you will battle. Thanks, Father. He said, you will battle like David and Goliath did. You will battle to the fittest to show that you're not afraid because you are that anchor for Father. And your root chakra is completely deeply rooted and grounded with the master teacher. So when this five of wand comes up and you see me as the messenger, that represents me. And I'm the reason why I'm using the analogy of me is because I can't depict where other people are on their journey. All I know is that I always see things from a higher perspective because Father is always giving me my hierarchy is always giving me the divine messages. And that's why I always stay very passionate, very fiery, but I'm very protected. Okay. And that's why I have no problem being thankful for giving the messages out because I know the ones who are truly wanting to heal, the ones who are truly, thankful for the messages are the ones that are going to absorb the messages and take them to the soul, not just to the heart, but to the soul. Okay. So that's where the love comes in. Yeah. That's where the love comes in with the Nine of Wands. And that's me being persistent and being able to persevere forward because I have balanced my dark nights of the shadow. Okay. I can set up them boundaries. And this super moon, this strawberry super moon, is very significant because it means that is one of the most powerful beings that you can have out there. Now, nine is about everything. The Nine of Wands is all about, things coming into fruition for you, but it's being able to take that motion without fearing what lurks in the dark. Okay. Or what lurks in the darkness of what you're dealing with the energies, okay? Because you know how to rebuke and banish and protect yourself and stop this disagreement that they are trying to do to others because the 3 of wands, that's about turning your back on them negative energies. The 2 of wands is that progress and discovery. So when you have the 2 of wands and the 3 of wands interconnected like that into the TP tripod, area, it's like you're putting Father's perspective on it because the third eye right here is the triangle, right? So you put Father's perspective on everything that you do. And that's why it's not hard for you at all to be able to set up them boundaries and keep on moving. It's like you got to keep on moving. There's no way that you're going to stop. There's no way that somebody's going to be able to mentally and emotionally mess with you because you see how calm the ocean is here. And even though they're going through all this disagreement and all this strife in their life and all this discontentment and dismay that is really flipping their world upside down, it's like truly pay attention right here how the 5 of wands is in placement. Father will always give you a tent of protection. Okay. He always talks about the tent of protection. And this is exactly what it is. It's like the TP, it is like the tent of protection. But this is the progress and discovery. The way these two wands come in, it's like you making progress and discovery and keeping that balance no matter what these people do. And the 3 of wands, it's like you're not afraid to turn your back and walk away when it comes to it because you're getting the preparation and the foresight. And that's why you have the 10 of pentacles because you are not sitting here worried about, oh, well, are they gonna block me or are they doing this to me? No. Right away you're like, I don't care. We will agree to disagree. We will disagree to agree. No matter what it is, I see it from our Father's perspective because he always has that tent for me to go in and look at things at a higher perspective and come at it with the most loving, caring, compassionate side from our Father because he's the one that gives messages, right? And that's where you see these mountains are pink and the super moon, this is what it's called, the strawberry moon, or aka also known as the harvest moon. Okay. And it's the fact of having that passion to conquer through, because you see here in the background, you see what lurks in the background is this type of energy. Okay. And you ain't afraid. You're just like, you put up your spiritual block and you're like, speak to the hand because the elbow ain't listening, right? It's like, the elbow ain't listening. You put them at an arm's distance away and you be able to keep them boundaries. And you're like, you can't do anything because I'm going to persevere forward. The resilience that I have and that passion that I have, because you see in the raven here with the messenger, you see how you've got the pink and blues in here. Okay, it's because you have the passion to follow the messages from Father in order to be able to block out these type of energies. You see that little sneaky devious little energy back here that is lurking in the background and saying, "Oh, I'm watching you." Okay, well, you can watch me all you want. It's like, geez, the fact is I get the information and I know, and this is where the teaching comes in, where Father wants you to know, to be able to take that information. So the fives is all about the adversity in your life. Okay. It's all about new beginnings. It's about the adversity. And you have to have endings in order to have new beginnings. That's why when you see 5 5, okay, that is Father coming in as you as the angelic being, but that is telling you God is watching over you. Okay, so the angel numerology and moonology and all of that, it plays a significant part. But 5 is through that adversity that you are going through, you you take that motion to understand, turn your back on what does not serve you. Turn your back, because that communication, three is all about communication, whether it's the 3 of Wands, 3 of Swords. It's like you're getting that communication, like with the 3 of Swords, you're getting the communication of heartbreak. But with the 3 of Wands, this is a massive disagreement between the light and the dark. But when you spiritually balance it out and have a deeper understanding, that's where your thankfulness is going to come in, because you're going to be like, well, all this spiritual warfare is going on, but they can't attack you because it's like you've got this, thank you, cosmic, multidimensional force field bubble around you to say, yeah, go ahead. Your spiritual team has you. Okay. The fruits of your labor are showing, because your spiritual team will even help put up a gate to block them off, because you're very protected. So in return, that brings complete happiness. So what do we have for happiness? We have justice, baby. We have justice. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. No matter what happens, Divine Feminine gets the messages from our Father. He has that tent over us because he says, come to my tent, you know? And this is keeping things balanced, because he's giving you the clarity, he's giving you the victory. He knows that you are powerful. He knows that no matter what people try to do by gashing these wounds, slandering you, shaming you, and we had that in the video a couple nights ago about slander. If somebody wants to body shame you or somebody wants to slander you, okay, slander is a sin, and so is its cousin, gossip, right? But if they're gonna do all this to you, no, that don't mean you go back and call them every dirty name in the book, because that means he is guiding you, right? But when you say, okay, you have a right to your opinion, good for you. You want a cookie? You want a glass of milk with that? You want to sit down and be able to watch your cartoons because you have a lot of growing up to do. It's basically you saying it's mind over matter. You don't mind because it don't matter. You are building yourself with that confidence, with that self-love, with that self-care. And you are more powerful than what they are, because they have to belittle you. They have to slander you. They become biased against you because they don't want to face their demons. They don't want to face that darker side when the mirror reflects back to them, and that it catches their eye like, whoa, am I really doing that? Oh, yeah, you're really doing that. And look, they try to stop you all the time. But that's where Father says your complete happiness is going to be that justice, because Father will illuminate everything that they do to you, everything that they say to you, all their actions, everything that they're doing. It's like you have to understand, you have Father right here. You have the helmet of salvation because you are very protected with armor. Okay. You have the sword of truth, and you have the belt of protection. So that makes you victorious with the Ace of Swords, because you know your potential. You know you shine. You know that you're a divine, right? So keep it balanced. Even though things that are illuminating, you feed into that negative energy right here. You see the 3, 3? That's the master teacher that says, don't worry. You don't have to worry about getting and giving justice to somebody. Okay? It's not going to make you be that hero, because of the negative things that they pull you out of character and pull you backwards. So instead of being that hero, it's going to make it a 0 where you need to come back into the wholeness with our Father, because he is going to be that 0 that gives that justice. Okay. And that's where your complete happiness should lie, knowing that everything that happens for a reason, and Father is going to take care of it, because he wants you to be happy. He don't like seeing you hurt. He catches every teardrop, okay? He knows every pain that you go through. But again, when justice and the chariot are back to back, look at how divine that is. It's like you are deeply rooted and grounded getting the messages. You have that willpower to battle through and go through. No matter how they try to tie you up, you always free yourself spiritually, because you are the one that will have that victory. So what do we have in the steadfast with our Father? What do we need to know with the steadfast within our Father then? Because clearly he's coming through and saying that when in doubt, pray it out. When in doubt, turn to the sky, and he will show you what is going on. There you go. 6 of Pentacles, walking in the steadfast with our Father. This is your true growth. This is giving and receiving. Okay. This is giving and receiving, and it makes you infinite, right? It also looks like the hook, right? And then you have the cross of our Father. Its Father is saying you will always be hooked in the right direction. Your growth is abundant because you have that unconditional love, and you can just kick back, enjoy while you're walking in the steadfast with Father, because you are completely balanced out. Nobody can take you off your beaten path, because it's like, where's the dragon looking to? Looking to the messenger, right? Always looking up in the sky. That's when things are going on like that, in order to be abundant, you turn to the sky and you look up and you keep your trust in our Father, because he will help you battle. He will help you bring justice to the situation. You don't need to go in and rant and rave and name call and belittle and hurt people, because your tongue then becomes the sword who is lashing out, and that becomes the sin, right? Slander is a sin, gossip, okay? But with the 6 of Pentacles coming in, look at this. I'm going to show you how divine this is. So we have the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles, and underneath it is the 6 of Pentacles. So when you give into this conflict, what happens? It brings more despair, it brings more hurt, pain, and more healing that has to come about. But when you are getting the progress and the insight of what's going on, and you are able to turn your back and move forward, you become abundant, right? But with the 6 of Pentacles, when you put these two together, you have 11, which is the divine path. So you have 10, 11. You are now mastering that stair that you were on in order to be abundant here. But 10 represents you as the angelic being, right? So when it comes down to it, overall, who is the winner? Who is the winner? It's not who has more power or who has more comebacks that can hurt somebody, but who has the actual power to see on the divine path that you can rise above and have that greater understanding, which will stop them dead in their tracks of what they're trying to do to you. Because when they're not manifesting your energy, when they're not having your energy to manifest off of to create this, it's like when you pay no attention to their negativity, okay? Like, Father wants me to put this out there as an analogy, okay? So some readers or some people, it doesn't matter. It could be family, friends, lovers, people on platforms, whatever it may be. Now, if you have somebody that shows up in your comment section, okay, and I'm going to use mine as a prime example here. You have somebody that comes in with that toxicity, and right away they want to come in showing some type of domination, some type of power of who they may be. Okay, you're not discrediting that. All you say is, oh, that's great. And then you go back to what you're doing. Because if you go in there and say, oh no, you're not this, and oh no, how do you know you're that, and blah blah blah, you just now created a disagreement. You just now created that conflict and that energy in order to not receive the messages from Father, but now you have gone into the darker side to hang with them, right? So when they show up in your comments, it's like Father says, repay them, return the favor and pay them in kindness. Because guaranteed, when you pay them in kindness of who you are, they're going to be like, poof, gone. Why? Because Father comes in and takes care of that battle and makes them fall away. So it's like knowing how to walk in the steadfast and utilize your energies and how powerful you actually are. So what is God's advice to us? The advice is you are the star. Okay? So you illuminate things, you get the messages, you look to the sky for the answers. You look to our Father for the answers. And in the meantime, you will never thirst. You will never hunger because you are always being provided that knowledge. And that knowledge becomes that wisdom because them experiences turn into the cloak of wisdom where Kudnami comes in and says, listen, you've really mastered this. You really have a grasp on this. But see, the one thing that people don't understand, in order to be that star, you have to change yourself. It's like, do you think you're Billy Badass by coming in and these people coming in and doing this, and you think you're Billy Badass because you can name call? Oh, well, great. Get the markers and the crayons out. We've graduated from crayons now into colored pencils because two wrongs don't make a right. And if you're a spiritual being, Father says, no, you don't falter into this. You be the star and balance out your light and dark, because then nobody can affect you. Nobody can, take you off your beaten path. Nobody can stop who you are to be able to persevere forward because Father puts that tent over you, right? And a lot of people don't want to heed the messages. They're like, oh, well, this is boring to me. Well, that's because when that type of stuff is boring to you, it's because you have negative energies that are trying to pull you away from the love and light and trying to pull you away from being the star. And it is our job to fight through this, to be the warriors that Father has made us to persevere forward so that you can have this. Okay? So, Father, now we're going to go in and we're going to clarify your Five of Wands. We're going to clarify your Five of Wands because that is the only negative card in here, is to be able to explain how the energy works, right? So what do we need to know, Father? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? That you are my hero. Because energetically, with the Page of Swords, it's about seeing things from a different perspective and being that one as the Prince of Swords, coming in and saying, guess what? I'm getting the messages, and energetically, I'm switching things around. And by doing that, you got the confirmation of the Six of Wands that comes out. So you have the Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. This is that taking that motion forward to your victory. But 6 in the angel numerology means pay attention. Pay attention, because this is all about your growth, right? And in order to do that, you have to pay attention that to be able to grow. And it turns you into the Emperor or the Empress. And that makes you completely abundant. So I'm telling you, it's like the good comes out of the bad every single time when you learn the lesson. Okay, you notice how I went like that and did the little triangle? Learn the lesson. Because the Prince of Swords is saying, you are listening to the divine. You see the divine path that you are on. You're coming from the divine to see it, because the eagle is representation of the highest spiritual bird in the chain on the totem, is seeing things from a different perspective and to be able to persevere forward, because they look like they're nothing, but inside they are very powerful. And the claws that they have, they can dig in to a much greater of where they need to be. But when you look at it, Father will always put you up on the rock, give you that stability, okay, give you that new beginning. And it is infinite. It is infinite. So stay deeply rooted and grounded. All right. And he's also showing me too, this goes back to that message where he was talking about your feet burning. Okay. It's because you were imbalanced and you need to be able to have that growth. 6 is all about growth and wands are all about motion, right? It's like you need to have that growth and take that motion to move forward and be able to work through the darkness. And that's how you shine bright like the Emperor or the Empress, because you are always protected. You see on here where it's got the phoenix, it's got the you can look at it as a phoenix, but Father is saying it's the double-headed dragon, right? It's like you and your twin flame right here, moving forward and having the willpower to get the messages of that unconditional love. No matter what you go through, your spiritual team is here, always helping you heal and mend. Okay. And they harnessed you to be and create that best version of yourself. And that's why I said roll call CBVOY. It's that roll call. And it's being able to have that hick, happiness is contagious. Okay. It's like being contagious of straight happiness and understanding. Now, does that mean every day you're so happy that people want to try to say you're fake? No. It means energetically you have this pure happiness of being able to get the messages every single time, so that you can persevere forward, so that you can block the negative energies, because you are the superhero. You are the super warrior. Okay. You are that super messenger from Father. So anything else that we need to know, Father, about this message? I'm telling you, I love it. Yes, thank you, Sister Luana. So confirmation too. Remember when I said how all the leaves were starting to fall off at the beginning of the video? Look at this 10 of Pentacles card, where divine feminine and divine masculine are centered and deeply rooted and grounded with our Father. There may but not be no leaves or anything on, because this is all about the new beginning. But the 10 of Pentacles to come out twice, This is 1010. This is Father and the angels watching over you, right? It's like they're constantly watching over you, and you are constantly abundant to be able to manifest anything that your heart desires. Okay. But this is where he says, pay attention, because if you think you're going to manifest a person, you are now breaking the law of attraction and the universal and divine law, because you cannot manifest a person. You can manifest the soul of a like-minded person. But if you are trying to specifically manifest a certain person, Father says, don't do that. That'll wreck your enterprise. Okay. So with the Emperor coming out and the 10 of Pentacles twice, that is telling you you are a very powerful being. And that's what scares this man right here. That's what scares him. That's why he's like, oh no, I ain't messing with that one. That one's too headstrong and mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Too strong for me. Because who did it? Our Father built us and co-created us to be that strong. All right, so let's find out what the Keepers of Light want to say. What does the Keepers of the Light want to say? Thank you. Ooh, yes, I love it. You gotta have faith, faith, faith. You gotta have faith, faith, faith. Oh, baby, you. Yes, faith is coming out. Now, faith is Archangel Michael's twin flame. Okay, and I keep saying this because this is where spiritually we need to be able to communicate to humanity to have the benevolence to persevere forward, right? We need to have that benevolence time and time again. Never give up, never surrender, he says. Have that benevolence to push forward, take that motion forward. It's like you have to be able to not only trust the good in yourself, but trust the good in others. In order to do that, you need to light up this energy and not be afraid to speak it or put it out there. Okay. It's just like the chariot. You take the motion to battle through it. And when you battle through it, it's like you are harnessed and ready to rock and rumble. And when I say rock and rumble, because their tower is going to crumble as yours becomes more stronger and sturdy. So then we have Dana that comes out. And I love it because Dana is all about taking them arrows and launching back that arrow, whether it's a crossbow, whether it's a compound bow, I don't care what kind of bow it is. Okay. It's the fact that she is saying, focus your intention. If your intention is of love and light and you are thinking about what you desire and the messages that are coming through, it's like you set your sights higher. And by setting your sights higher, that's where he said, look to the sky and trust and believe in our Father, because you can expect the best outcome, the best justice, the best reward, because everything is balanced. Father illuminates it with clarity, right? Because you know your potential, you know you're victorious, you know that you're unstoppable and unshakable and unbreakable. So Diana is saying, listen, divine feminines, because this is all coming down, and it's not just the divine feminines, okay? But she is showing you, you are divine. You are a divine feminine or a divine masculine. You have your arrows. Are you going to use your arrows to hurt your brothers and sisters or your neighbors or others in humanity? Or are you going to use your arrows to persevere forward to your desires, to be able to trust what is going on for the best possible outcome of having that cup of positivity, having that gratitude, having that thankfulness? Because look who comes out. Horus comes out. Okay. This is supreme protection. He has got the man's body for the strength, but he has also got the hawk head. Okay. The red tail hawk with some of the black tail hawk in there as well. So he's balanced, but he comes in because the hawk is all about clarity It's all about that wisdom. It's all about that knowledge. It's all about that understanding. But it's having the belt of protection, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of truth to be able to see that your thoughts magnetically are more powerful than you think. So if you have stinking thinking, this is where it's going to make you sink. If you have positive and optimistic, it's like you, are going to have that wealth, that prosperity, that abundance, and you are going to be abundant in everything you do because you are. Did you see how that just it fell down on the mouse? It's like you need to know that you are more powerful, because even though when it landed on my mouse, that is Mother Earth Gaia coming in and saying, you're playing it small of who you are. But it's time to step in to that warmth and vitality of what power you truly possess in your body from our Father, that He co-created you. Okay? Because this is, yeah, sitting in your chair on the mountainside with Father. He's guiding you and protecting you every step of the way. He says, my sheep go in the right hand, the goats go in the left. The goats are the ones that are going to persevere forward, where the goats are going to death. And when he says that, it's the representation. You choose. You choose. You have that free will. And that's why he had me bring in that story at the beginning of what transpired. Okay? All right. So what do we need to know from the divine guidance? And then we will get our affirmation. Okay? What do we need to know from the divine guidance? What do we need to know from the divine guidance? Love it. I love it. I want some more of it. Hugging and kissing. I'm telling you. Okay. Here is the most powerful realms coming out. This is the other multidimensional realms. This is the divine realms. And this is your light guides. Okay. And your kindred loved ones are coming in because of that spiritual awakening and being able to see from the love and light, to create that stable foundation with you, is helping you go back and gently release the things that no longer serve you on your divine path, so that you can have the advancements of growth and to come into your power and sit in your throne with your crown and create that stable foundation on your grid with Archangel Raphael. So that is a beautiful understanding of what is going on. Now we're going to get your affirmation. Okay, now we're going to get your affirmation for the day. This is telling you, what may be blocking you or what you need to put your focus on. Okay, so let's find out. He said give 4 shuffles, so we're going to give 4 shuffles here. It's a little slower on the shuffling today because of that hole in my thumb, but that's what happens when you have, a very hot glue gun come in and poof on your thumb. It dropped it like it was hot. So it's a little slow because it's still swollen. As you can see, it's still swollen where I can barely, bend the thumb down. But anyways, ain't no boo-hooing over here. All right, what do we need to know, Father? Thank you. Whoa. Oh, I love my spiritual team. Okay, so they had 3 come out. And yeah, I'm telling you, it's bad. It's bad. The swelling, it's like you try to squish, and it's so swollen it doesn't want to come all the way down, so it makes it hard. But I don't want no hamburgers with French fries over here. I want some cheesecake. The hot glue gun, when I was doing my crafts, the hot glue gun came down and dripped a part of the hot glue, and that hot glue is like 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and it just dripped down for a second, and I went like that, and it burned down at least 3-4 layers. Yes. So Father is coming out with 3 affirmation cards today. Yep. Oops, it only just makes them stronger for the next project. That's all I say. Kind of like if you see my finger here, this from making the webs cut into my finger, and like instead of a paper cut, it was like that the suit came in and just went and cut me pretty deep. I just glued it back together and it's healing pretty nice, but it was pretty deep. Like I said, I keep going. And nothing stops me. So we have three crystals that came out that really wanted to come out, and it's beautiful because these 3 crystals actually represent this beautiful reading. So we have the blue quartz, we have the labradorite, and we have the cat's eye. Okay. And I know I flashed them kind of hard, but are fast, but I will show you here in a second. So the blue quartz, and I love it because they come in all different shades of blue. Now we know that dark blue is our throat chakra and light blue is our third eye, right? So them 2 coming together is telling you spiritually, speak your truth, speak your messages when you get them. It's like you have this deep knowledge, okay? And it's like one who has this deep knowledge, it's like you give that insight, that true insight of what is going on. But the affirmation is, and we say it 3 times, I speak my higher self, my words uplift, empower, and inspire others. So this is where the true wisdom comes, where we don't fall into this, right? It's like I speak as my higher self, my words uplift, empower, and inspire others. I speak as my higher self, which is your higher consciousness, which is the fact that we were talking about creating that best version of yourself is your higher self, your better self, your best version of you. But it helps uplift, empower, and inspire others. So that's beautiful. Then we have labradorite, and I love the labradorite because the labradorite is all about the mundane things that you go through and the communication. It's the true magic that you see. And if you look into the crystal, you see how it's got that line that goes in. That is Father giving it the magical epiphany. Okay. And it helps promote being deeply rooted and grounded, but it's that sheen physical plane of knowing that consciously, when it comes to the light, that's where it helps people. But when you learn how, right here, when you learn how to deflect negative energy, it plays a much bigger role. So it says, your affirmation, we're going to say it 3 times. You can say it with me, or you can just listen to it because you don't know what I'm saying, right? Until I say it. Anyways, to add spark to my life, I sprinkle my day with mystical, magical, and light-filled moments. Again, to add sparkle to my life, I sprinkle my day with mystical, magical, and light-filled moments. Because we know that this journey is very mystical in how the magic plays out and how things come about, right? But it's like I add sparkle to my life. I sprinkle my day with mystical, magical, and light-filled moments. Thank you. I love you, you day. Yep, I just did it. And I'll do one more for the stability because I interrupted. I add sparkle to my life. I sprinkle my day with mystical and magical light filled moments because I always think of the best, no matter, like Father said, you can think of the worst but hope for the best. And that is being where you are bringing that mystical, magical, light filled moment to your life. And this is where you, with the cat's eye, it's all about the independence, right? This is where it's like, because cats are very intuitive, whether you know it or not. They know mystically, magically. They know before some of you know, okay? Because you may not be open up to that independence of your spiritual journey. But it's like the cat's eye, when you have that smoky gray cat's eye instead of the beautiful browns and golds cat's eye, it's like it's connecting with the cat kingdom. And when I say the cat kingdom, it is telling you that you should be unconcerned about what other people think of you, say about you, or the negativity that they come in and try to put on display in front of others, because all it's doing is projecting back and mirroring to them the grays in their life. Okay, so this is where you gain your independence, and this is where they're discovering their independence. So this one is all about, for your affirmation, I am strong and independent. I do what is right for me, regardless of the options of others. Okay. Or, excuse me, opinions. I don't know why I said options, because people want to think that you're an option. Anyways, let's get back to the affirmation. I am strong and independent. I do what is right for me, regardless of the opinions of others. I am strong and independent. I do what is right for me, regardless of the opinions of others. I am strong and independent. I do what is right for me, regardless of the opinions of others. And this is where I said in the video, it's mind over matter. You don't mind because it don't matter, because Father is going to bring justice. Okay. And this is just showing that when they come in and do that to you, it is showing that they have insecurities, that they have frustrations, that they are worried. And it doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that they have things to heal because they allowed this dark energy to bind them. Okay. It allowed them, it allowed it to bind them to that negative energy instead of seeing the positive energy where they can move forward and true justice will shine about. Because when it's all about, when it comes to it, if you look, everything of the positive card, who are they always looking up to? Our Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the one who brings the justice, the one who gives us that strength, that will, that determination to control our life, our divine path by the messages that he gives us. That is beautimous, beautimous, beautimous. And that makes us very abundant, knowing that we have God and the angels that stand beside us every step of the way. Because 1010, like I said, in angel numerology, okay, let me make a correction. So when people see 1010, they always want to say it's an ending and a beginning. Okay, Father says, yeah, you can utilize it that way because tens are about completion. But when you see 1010, that synchronicity, 1010 together, that is trust and believe from the higher power. That is our Father and the angels watching over you into the situation that is going on around you right now, so that they are the overseers of what is going on. Okay. It also means that they are the overseer of your divine path, because they see what's going on your path right now, and they will bring the completion to it. But 99 is the angel numerology of endings and beginnings. Okay. Not 1010. 10 is completion, meaning trust and believe that Father and the angels are going to put a completion to the situation on your divine path right now that you are going through. So you need to trust and believe and watch the wholeness of Father come through. So It's just about clarifying, because so many people, Father is saying that so many people are taking the angel numerology and kind of flip-flopping them how they want to perceive them because of what taken place on their journey. And Father says, no, this was written in the stars long before they even came into their work position. Okay. So it's having that greater understanding that yes, 10 is all about completion. It's like the world card, right? It's all about completion. Now, I don't know, when this right here, when your ear starts itching, it's because this energy may not be talking nice about you. Okay. So understand your body, that I don't care. It's mind over matter. I don't mind because it don't matter. I know that God sees what I'm talking about with the messages that I'm bringing out, is trying to give you the truth, speaking the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. And he knows that, because there's a lot of misrepresentation, because people think, oh, 1010. Oh, okay, that's endings and beginnings. So, okay, I need to end this. No, that has nothing to do with it. It means God stepped in and he's ending that situation, not you. 9-9 is you ending a situation and starting a new beginning. But 10-10 means Father is shutting the door on that, not you. He's the one with the power. So I just needed to clarify that, he said. All right, that is our beautiful read, and I am so excited for tonight. Be ready to be able to engage in some spiritual um, lessons. We're going to test your abilities, kind of like what we did the other night in that video, but we're going to be testing your abilities to start strengthening your spiritual antenna, okay? Because a lot of you have you have a calcified spiritual antenna, because that toxicity needs to be out in order for our positivity to shine about. You are so welcome, sister. I am so excited for tonight too. I really am. We're going to have a lot of fun, and you guys are going to be seeing a lot of things. You're going to be like, whoa, but you can all do that too. Every single one. Yes, you day. Yes, you too. Everybody can utilize this, but Father is saying that this is for the ones who are subscribed, okay? Because we can't just let our secrets out to everybody. Father says that, he's got to make it intimate for the ones who are really putting in the hard work. We can't just hand it over to these type of energies, okay? Because they misuse that stuff. So yeah, definitely, I'm super excited. I can't wait. And I just want to let my family know that, like I said at the beginning, I took that time for me, because I'm just like you. Even though I work for our Father, I'm just like you. I go through things, and have to be able to balance my energy in order to put up them blocks and say, block, block. No, not for me, not for you. It's like, it's almost like, stop in the name of love. Before you break my heart, think it over, because we're going to move on forward. We like to move it. Yes. And I'm seeing 44 right now. So 44 is coming in with the Ascended Masters coming in and saying, listen, they know that you are abundant. They know that you are powerful. They know that you have that stability, and they are there watching over you. So thank you, Ascended Masters, for coming through also. Yeah, I get so excited. If you can't tell, it's like when they come through and they're showing up, it's like, and somebody's like, well, if you talk with your hands, it's because of this and blah, 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 blah. No, I get so excited because energetically, my hands are of the love and light. My hands work with the energy, and it's like feeling that vibration of that sensation of coming in. I'm also going to teach you something tonight that is going to be most beneficial to you, to help you Learn how to block these out, because a lot of people say, oh, well, yeah, I can cut them off, no problem. But that residue of that energy hangs. I'm going to show you how to completely abolish, annihilate, garbage, file 13 it, and you will never have to worry about it again. And you will understand how I can go through things and come up here, and it ain't no facade. There ain't no masquerade. It's like I am who I am because I know how to do this. So tonight, buckle your seatbelt, soul family. I'm going to take you on a spiritual journey like never before. And if you've been on it before, great. That's awesome. That's what we want. That's where we want our soul family to be, is on that equal give and take level. It's like nobody's better than anybody. We don't leave anybody of our soul family down here. It's like we want them all to create that best version of themselves, right? And we all want all of our soul family to have that happiness, because it is contagious. And if our soul family is happy and we're radiating all that love and light, it's like it becomes more powerful, right? It's like we overpower that darkness. We kibosh the negative energies that want to come in and create spiritual warfare and everything else. So yeah, this will be exclusive to our subscribers tonight, okay? To our soul family, because I feel if you're putting in the hard work, Father felt it because he's the one that brought it to me, and he's like, if you're putting in the hard work, we can't just let somebody who is not putting in that hard work, we're not excluding them out, because if they want to subscribe and become part of that soul family, well, guess what? They get that blessing. And it's not just about the numbers, because as you all know, I don't care if I have, 50 followers to where other people are like, oh, I need 100 and some thousand. No, because I follow Father. It's like he had a small group, which made it more powerful impact of that communication. Yes, it's going to be only subscribers mode tonight. Yes, because this is spiritual teachings that I'm teaching you on a much more deeper level. Okay. And when I say much more deeper level, that means you will see things hovering. Okay. If the energies come through tonight, and they will show you. I just had a squirrel jump on the roof. And when the squirrel jumps on the roof, that is Father and Mother Earth Gaia coming in and saying, protect your resources, protect of what's going on. And if the energies want to come through, you're going to see how things can literally levitate, and spiritually, energetically, with your own energy. Now, this is not manipulating anybody else's energy. This is not working with the dark forces. This is Father showing how powerful that you can become. Okay. And that's why I said only to subscribers tonight, because of the fact we have to protect. Absolutely, sister. That's right. And if they can't help themselves, I can't give. Father says that I am not allowed to be able to give out to the ones who don't want to help themselves, because that could become dangerous on a spiritual level. And we don't want them to misuse these gifts, because these gifts are blessings from our Father. These healing hands, energetically and everything, are blessings. And we have to respect that, and we have to honor and cherish and adore it, because Father says this is what has to happen. So that's why he's saying, for the ones who are subscribed and who have done all the work, that's what I love about the soul family, is like our soul family understands and appreciates the divine gifts. It's at our normal 7 p.m. Tonight, sweetheart. So it's 12:56 right now, and that's broken down in the angel mastery to the enlightenment. But 7 p.m. So our normal where we come on for our Father's message, that's when we're going to do it at 7 p.m. tonight. So instead of giving a collective message, it's going to be more of the soul family. Yes. Yep. Oh, sorry. I didn't it's like I was just telling you from our thing, yes, but 6 hours from now, and that's that pure growth, right? It's that growth and being able to be like the Six of Pentacles, he just said, like the Six of Pentacles, the giving and receiving. You can only give to the ones, like our sister Luana said, that want to help themselves first. Okay. So, yeah, 6 hours, Six of Pentacles, you day. Mm hmm. Yes, it's 5:30 a.m. your time. Yes, that's bright and early in the morning. All right. Well, that is our beautiful message. Like I said, and I'll be back to our normal scheduling and everything of me being on here. It's just I needed that complete day to be able to transmute. Okay, so on Thankful Thursday, she is planning that communication. All right, that's beautiful. Keep me posted. And I did email you this morning, so hopefully you got it. If not, just know that it is there. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Other than that, yeah, I will be back on here at our 7 o'clock because it's already 1 o'clock. Perfect, perfect. It's already 1 o'clock. I'm not gonna do the divine feminine and divine masculine energy because this right here was basically all tied into one with the morning gratitude, divine feminine and divine masculine, because we even had the emperor and stuff that showed out. But tomorrow it will go back. So we will do the 10 a.m. morning gratitude and thankfulness. We will do the 1 p.m. divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And then we will have the 7 p.m. where we have the master teaching class. Um, not teaching class. Well, yeah, he just said you're teaching the class, but it is the 7 p.m. messages from our Father. So, see that correction? Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, so family, sending you lots of love and light. God bless you all. May all your wishes, goals, dreams, and desires come true. May love and light shine upon you today on this magical, beautiful Monday. And we got that. We got that with our Labradorite, right? Today is Magic Monday. Okay, so I name every day of the week. I name every day of the week. It's Magic Monday, Terrific Tuesday, Wonderful Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, Fantastic Friday, Super Saturn Day, and Fun Day Sunday. Yes, good night, you day. We love you. Good night, good night. All right, so with that being said, soul family, may you go out and conquer your day with unconditional love, kindness, care, and compassion. And I will see you at 7 p.m. And like I said, get ready because we're going to have some fun on the spiritual journey. So, all right, love you. Peace. See you at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.